this is a question I have for men.
No.
If you're pooping, there will be pee.
No, not every time.
What?
Not for me, not every time.
Mo is...
If I have
does not
peed
agree.
within the last half hour or an hour and then I go to poop, there won't be any pee in there to do it. But everything everything
Not even
relaxes and
drops?
opens. Sometimes not even drops, Sarah.
Hi.
Hey, you fucker!
You got a headset. Did I write anything
That was a
down?
joke that I wrote.
Go on.
Stuart is going, headset for the movie, and then this was for a radio show, headset for the movie, and then you hear, now my headset for the movie, because she was making people's heads set for the movie, like ratcheting their heads to be set for the movie.
No.
Now, you're not understanding this because you're younger, but you used to
She's
see...
setting your head.
Yeah, because the movie used to just be on a screen, and you'd have to give you a headset for the movie. It's like wordplay.
There is a comic, John Manfrotati. Did you ever know John Manfrotati?
No, I don't like Italians.
And before he, are we recording? Just thinking. Before he was a comedian, very funny, he was a flight attendant. And he said he was like a funny flight attendant, so he started doing stand-up. But this was back when it was like those, like, they look like stethoscopes with just like air that you listen to the movie.
Yeah, it was just air coming through, yeah.
And he was collecting them at the end, and a passenger said, "Can I keep these?" He goes, "You got a 747 at home?" I just remembered that. Hi, everybody. It's your old pal, Sarah Silverman. I'm sitting here with my guest for this episode, probably the next 2 episodes. His name is David Yazbek. He's, let's see, how can I describe him?
All you have to do is read what it says in front of you, and that's a start, at least.
Well, let's see. I'm excited to have you on the podcast.
Don't believe it.
My friend Dave is a Tony Award-winning writer, musician, composer. He grew up in New York City. The first big job in show business was not musical theater. It was for a little show called David Letterman. He was a writer for Letterman. This was not the route you would think he would take, that now he is like the king of musical theater, because the irony, of which there are many about David Yazbek, is that he's not a big fan of musical theater, I would say. I would say not the biggest fan of musical theater at all. And yet he is a giant among musical theater makers. Isn't that interesting? Let me mention a couple of the
Other awards that I've won?
Let's see. Well, how many awards? You've won Tonys.
I've won everything you can win in theater. I've won the Emmy Award.
Oh,
That was the Letterman thing.
Uh-huh.
And also Grammy.
Oh my God! All you need is an O.
Yeah. Well, I did win an Obie. So
There you go.
I'm an EGOT.
You're an ego.
But all of those things I've been endowed with, and I also recently had a successful colonoscopy in Rockland County.
Congratulations! Fantastic. I'm sure you were a little stressed about that.
No. Oh, propofol.
I know, boy. Best sleep of your life. Yeah. You don't. It happens in a second,
Yep.
but you feel so
And you have
rested.
no
I get it. I get why Michael Jackson did this every single
Me
night.
too. You're not aware that people are probing around up in there, all up in your anus. You just wake
Even
up.
after, you don't feel sore at all.
I felt the first time I had a colonoscopy and had propofol, when I woke up.
Why don't you put this to song?
Well, I can't do it now, but we can work on it.
Do it
You and
now.
we've worked on songs before.
Yeah.
I said this to my wife. I woke up and I saw my wife and I said, "I'm not afraid of death." Those are my first words. Did you experience that maybe a little? Like, oh, I feel like maybe I died and it was okay.
I didn't experience that. I woke up. I just felt like, hi. Oh my God, hi.
Well,
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, let's mention a few musicals that you wrote.
okay. You start.
Women Under the Verge. Was that
Women Under the Bridge.
Well, most recently, Dead Outlaw, which was horribly unceremoniously ended before it was nominated for Tonys. The reviews were phenomenal. Everybody loved it. And yet it's over. And yet I don't believe it's over. And so much of the story of Dead Outlaw, which it's so fucking good, is about, do you want to talk about what it's about?
Sure. But first, let me just say, you were there for the very first time we did even just like a little performance
sing-through.
of it, a sing through.
It was so fucking good.
And you were so supportive from the very beginning. You and a couple other people were just like, you just got to do it. You just got, and that's very helpful when you're beginning a project. It's the story, and it's the cool thing is, even though we had our run off Broadway and it was great, and then we had our run on Broadway, which was much shorter than we expected.
So good.
But we did record it for Audible. We did like a radio play version of it with all the songs.
So brilliant.
And this amazing cast and great sound effects and Atmos mix. And that's, if I'm plugging anything right now, that's what I'm plugging, the Audible version of Dead Outlaw.
It's like getting the original Broadway score, except you're getting the whole show.
It's the whole show.
It's not just the songs.
And it's
the full Foley. And
it's made specifically for people who are listening, and it's a 3-dimensional experience, and it's the cast album, it's also all the songs. And anyway, it's the story of, I've told this story now.
This is a true story.
It's a true story. I'll try to tell it. Okay, so we'll start in 1976.
Okay, you start in 1976.
Just for telling it right now.
Got it.
It's 1976. We're in an off-brand amusement park in Southern California, and we're in an indoor ride, House of Horrors type ride. And a remote crew from the $6 Million Man TV show, starring Lee Majors, is setting up to do a shoot. And someone says, the lights are on. They're just setting it up. And someone says, you see that Dayglow red wax dummy that's hanging from that wall? Would you just lose the dummy? And a Teamster who I've spoken to, he's pretty old, he went up to move the dummy. He grabbed an arm, and the arm came off in his hand, and he saw a bone in the arm. And he's like, guys, this is not a dummy. And
this is a true story.
This is a true story. Elmer McCurdy. They whisk the mummy, turns out.
Yeah.
Even though it's painted Dayglow red, it's a mummy. They whisk him off to the county coroner. He eventually ends up with the county coroner of L.A., Thomas Noguchi, who was very famous as the coroner to the stars because he was like the Hollywood coroner. And he had done Marilyn Monroe's autopsy. I think he did Elvis. Like, he just did a bunch of famous people, Natalie Wood. He just has a book that just came out, Thomas Noguchi. So
what did he find with Natalie Wood? That she was killed before she drowned?
I think he killed her, actually. I don't even know what he said about Natalie Wood.
We
wrote a song about it. He said, well, we have a mystery here. And he had to figure out the mystery, and he did. There were clues. There was like an old coin in the throat of the mummy. There was an old bullet that had to be pre-1926, I think. And here's what it turns out to be. There was a man named Elmer McCurdy. He was born in Searsmont, Maine in 1880. He became a criminal at a fairly young age.
Shitty criminal, wanted to be like Billy the Kid.
He wanted to be famous and rich. What he considered to be famous and rich, like Billy the Kid or Jesse James. He was an alcoholic. He was a violent man. He was a bad criminal, and by that, I mean he was bad at it.
Yes, terrible at what he did.
For instance, and we show several of these screw ups that he did. One of them was he learned how to use nitroglycerin in the army, but only how to blow up big things. So when he tried to open a safe with too much nitro, and the safe contained $3,000 worth of silver coins, the safe opened, but all the silver coins melted to the sides and the floor of the safe. And the gang spent hours trying to chip it off, and then they had to flee. And there was a lot of fleeing. They did a lot of fleeing. And finally, his last criminal act was the big one. This was going to be the big one. We're going to rob a train, just like Jesse James. This is the Osage Indian train that brought $300,000 of mineral rights and oil rights royalties to the Osage tribe every 3 months. And they're in Oklahoma now. This is where the Elmer ended up, in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. We're going to rob that train. So he gets his gang together and they stop the train successfully. And they get on the train and it's the wrong fucking train. And they get away with some money, like some pocket change, a pocket watch, some jugs of rum. And he proceeds to get really drunk. They flee. They split up. He ends up hiding out in a barn where he is shot by a posse and killed. And this is when his career really gets going.
Yeah. So at what point in the show does he get killed? Like 10, 15, 20 minutes in?
No, it's like if the show's an hour and a half, he gets killed probably 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Because his life was really interesting, and we were able to make a lot of song fodder out of it. Rock and roll, Americana. There's that angry
he's got
song,
the love story kind of.
Killed a Man in Maine. That song, where we rhyme. You think you could, like I killed a man once, but you ain't got the guts because you're cowards and cunts. which we agreed to cut for Broadway, but we put it back in for the Audible
good.
thing.
We have cunt in our show.
Several, at least one. Yeah, once.
We have one cunt.
One cunt.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, cunt. Just one cunt.
But it's not even it's not a lyric though in our show.
That's true. But it's right before she sings "Suck My Dick."
Right. So it evens out kind of nicely. So I forget where I am.
It's within a song. Okay, sorry. Before he dies. Now he's dead. He's been killed unceremoniously.
Now he's dead. And what happens is he is taken to the Pawhuska, Oklahoma coroner, who fills him with arsenic because that's how they used to preserve the bodies. And no one claims him. He doesn't have family. So the body stays at the coroner's office in the sort of dry, the open windows, the wind's coming through, the dry air, and it starts, drying out.
Calcifying, or I don't really know what that means.
Calcifying. There is a word. It'll come to me.
Nobody cares.
But people start coming just to see it because he did have his 15 minutes of fame, his first 15 minutes of fame, because that train robbery was just spectacular and was a spectacular failure. So he was famous for a little bit as a terrible criminal who boffed his job. So finally someone claims the body, and it turns out to be the owners of a sideshow. And the body...
They say we're related to him, but really they just want the body for a sideshow.
Exactly. Okay. And they probably pass the coroner some money under the table. They take it away and they start traveling. Elmer's body starts traveling all across the country, back and forth. So he's in almost every one of the 48, the lower 48. And then when silent movies start happening, he is in some exploitation films as a cautionary tale. This is what happens when you drink too much alcohol, When sound movies come in, they use the body for that. His body gets traded around. His identity becomes lost, and they dress him up in different ways. They put a turban on him. They say this was a Prince of Persia mummy, that kind of thing. And finally, he ends up. And the second act of the musical is all about those people who are exploiting the body. It's about money, greed, fame, death. It's all the stuff I like to talk and sing about. And finally he ends up painted dayglow red, hanging in this amusement park. And when they realize who he is, they bring him back to Pawhuska. The town fathers say, we need to bury him in Boot Hill with other criminals, famous criminals. But really what they're thinking is he'll be a good tourist attraction. They bring him back. They promise Noguchi it's going to be very quiet and dignified funeral, but it's a circus. And they bury him. They pull up a cement truck and they load 6 feet of cement over his coffin so no one can ever bother him again. It's just a big, it's just for the cameras really. But they really did do that. And there he is. He's in Pawhuska. There's the, I've been there. I've visited the grave. And that's the musical. And, I think it's the best thing I've ever been involved with. So
far.
Well, Bedwetter's coming soon.
Yeah. So you can get that now on Audible?
Yeah,
Dead Outlaw.
You can get Dead Outlaw. You can also get the cast album, which is pretty damn good. And
but if you listen to the Audible, you get the cast album and all the dialogue and the whole show.
It's really, to me, it's the sort of the thing that will last. If not forever, it will last way beyond any production of the show.
Yeah, it won't last forever because really we'll all be forgotten. My dad used to say that. I'll be forgotten. You'll be forgotten. George Washington will be forgotten. Hitler will be forgotten. Everyone will be forgotten.
It's great to remind yourself of that. Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I think this is an upbeat thing I think he means this. I think there's something deep in it, but I'm not sure what.
You're reminding me of something you said, because I said it recently to myself. And it's when you get depressed, whether it's clinically depressed or just really, really down in the dumps, and you're thinking, what's the point?
Oh, yeah.
And we finish it because I don't remember the details, but I would
say that when I spiral down, the kind of the thing I fixate on in a bad way is, what does it matter? Nothing matters. Why try? Why get out of bed? But always the thing that gets me out of that is nothing matters. Who gives a shit? Go have fun. What do you give?
See, I love that. I love it because what you're really saying is just be in the present moment, be in the flow of it. And by saying it, it helps you get into that and do your thing. Because my memory might be wrong, is that you were saying that to yourself on your way to Largo or on your way to a gig or something. And then you made the turnaround.
Yeah.
And the turnaround enabled you to do the thing that totally keeps you in the flow and in the moment.
And have fun. Just have fun, because who cares? Nothing matters. And when you can do that and not put a lot of pressure on it, obviously you got to prepare or whatever, but
there's also this sense of if your intention is to be in the present moment, instinctively, it's just nature. You realize that part of that is being kind to other people. See what I'm saying? Like, nothing matters, but that doesn't mean you should just be an asshole. Because nothing matters, you can be kind to other people and you can connect with other people on a deeper level, because even what the skin that you consider to be where you end, your ego, even that is much more water soluble,
Yeah, like in all the choices you make, you can make choices, if you make choices that are what make you happy. And you go, well, if I do that, I'll be selfish and no, you won't. Feels fucking great to do things for other people, to be thoughtful, to blah, 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 and you don't have to go to that thing you don't want to go to. You're just like, people go, well, I have to go. No, you don't. What if you had plans? You just go, oh, fuck, I can't. And it's true, because you don't want to, and that's a reason.
I'm with you.
But now when I say I can't, people are like, oh, because you don't want to. And I'm like, most of the time it's truly because I can't. But sometimes it's because I can't, because I don't want to. And that's absolutely fine.
You know something? If you cook up a white lie to spare the other person's feelings or whatever, that's fine,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. I mean, only when you're lying do you go, I can't because I have to do this, which is this. You don't need to know why I can't.
What I like to do is stick my finger down my throat and vomit blood in front of them and say, that's why I can't. But I know.
But they're like, why did you stick your finger down your throat?
No, they don't see that part of it.
You mean you stick your finger down your throat and then you run to where they are as you're throwing up.
Yeah.
And you're like, this just happened by accident.
Yes, this is a life hack that anyone can use.
God, thank God you're here, because I was just going to say, hey, just do what makes you happy.
Here's some ads.
Tickle darling. If I'm looking for furniture, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm shopping at Article, and you won't need to spend your bottom dollar either. They've got well-made, stylish, really comfortable furniture, all at a reasonable price. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm doing these ads from home. The whole chair set you've been hearing about, this is it. These are my living room chairs. I'm sitting on them. Aren't they gorgeous? Here's the lamp. Check this stuff out. Is this the most beautiful lamp you've ever seen? Because it's mine. Okay. They weren't very presentational the way I showed you, but they're the most beautiful things. They've curated a premium collection of all the styles you're looking for, from mid-century modern to Scandinavian to coastal. Look at those clean lines, those gorgeous rounded edges. Anyone who knows anything about furniture knows about Article. If they were not a sponsor, I would still be buying furniture from Article. Every piece I own is well constructed. Durability is a given at Article. They focus solely on high quality, meaningful pieces that will stand the test of time. Their craftsmanship is unparalleled, with smooth edges, secure joints, sturdy hardware, and it's all packaged and shipped safely and securely. Speaking of shipping, Article offers fast, affordable shipping across the U.S. and Canada, with options for professional assembly if you prefer a hands-off experience. Plus, Article's customer care team is available 7 days a week, and there is a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. You can shop with confidence, knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can just easily return it. If you're in the market for a beautiful new sofa, dining table, or bed, head over to article.com. Boom. Yo, let's talk leftovers. What's in my fridge right now? It's a lot of leftovers that will and won't be eaten. Some will, some won't. Many, many shakes and drinks and a bunch of stuff in the vegetable drawer that we will forget about until we throw them out. Listen, I care about the world. I care about people. I care about animals, trees, all that stuff. But composting, and this is true, it's always felt like one step too far down the hippie road for me. Anytime I've seen friends that compost, there's flies all around. It smells bad. And they don't make it easy or fun. Not that doing the right thing should be easy or fun, but Mill has. We're obsessed with it. It just seems like magic. Mill is the cleanest, easiest way to prevent food waste at home, eliminating all pain points associated with old-fashioned compost pails, the smelly garbage cans. It makes keeping food out of the trash as easy as dropping it in. You throw something in there, it's much like our mother. It has never smelled. That's a callback from the episode. Anyway, it's so beautiful. It looks like a piece of furniture. And inside, it's making your scraps of food into soil, like beautiful soil. And then you put it on your plants, and it's incredible. There's just so little good news these days. The Mill is good news. But you have to live with Mill to really get it. Good thing is you can try it risk-free and get $75 off with code SARAH. Visit mill.com/Sarah. That's mill.com/Sarah. You're welcome.
And we're back.
Wait, I didn't mention the Full Monty. I didn't mention Tootsie. I didn't mention Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. All huge hits.
A lot of movie titles you're coming up with here.
But there are musicals that were big hits.
Yeah.
This guy did it. He did it from his stupid brain under that hat. Yeah. And under that hat is clearly a full head of hair. Trust me.
You'll see it later.
Me. It's a full head of hair, obviously.
When I have to put these on, you'll be seeing. We're going to be getting a lot of glare. We're going to have to reset all the cameras.
Oh.
No. Look.
I love your
I'm quite happy with my head.
I love your head. I actually find your head, your side hair.
I've heard that
all
all
the
my
hair
life.
on it is
you
very
like the side
sexy.
hair? Thank you.
I mean, not my thing, but
Thank you.
no, very sexy. You've got great teeth.
You've never had a bald boyfriend, have you?
What?
Have you? You got Rory has a nice,
my
beautiful
first boyfriend was Dave Attell.
Was he already bald back then?
Well, he was getting there.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
Bald.
David Tell could.
He had hair though when we were dating, but he was losing it, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
My wife was.
I've had balding. boyfriends.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Should I fuck you to prove that I'm not like
Later. Well, wait. Yeah,
something prejudiced against
in a
bigoted?
few years when we're on tour together, then that's when it'll happen.
Betsy will be fine with it. Rory will be fine with it.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
It'll be like
They can have their
clinical.
own little thing, and I'll have hair plugs by then. Or isn't there a
No.
drug that regrows your hair now? There
I'm
really
sure
is.
there is
Yeah.
just a drug.
Yeah, they just discovered it.
It's not out
It's
yet.
not out yet.
Or you can go to Turkey.
Does it know where to grow the hair? Like, do you like? I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind a little more thickness right in the front of my hair.
You're gonna end
where
up
I've
looking
gone,
like a fucking monkey because it's a pill, right?
It turns on the dead follicles.
I just want more nose hair.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna just get nose hair, face hair, mustache hair, but my hair is thinning in the front from a lifetime of
It's a stem cell. That's a stem cell.
tight ponytails and buns.
It's a stem cell thing because so that means probably that it does specify where it is because the cells, DNA has a thing.
Oh,
I won't do it.
you won't?
Nah, I won't do it.
Why?
Because I have a feeling that there will be side effects that are just horrible. Like constant
If the side
bleeding
effect was
from your rectum or something like that. Like just something horrible.
monostanal, I love that.
The first time I ever had I'd known you a little bit and we'd played poker and stuff,
Right.
but I was coming over to the apartment you were renting in the city and to have a meeting and to talk about writing some songs and stuff. And I'm on my way, I'm like 10 blocks away and I get beep, beep, I get my text.
I wouldn't do this with anyone that I've only just recently become friends with, but you were just so immediately mishbuka.
It endeared me to you so much. I get this text and it goes, could you do a girl a favor and pick up some Prep H?
Preparation H wipes and the ointment with the cap with the holes in it.
And I got him.
And you did. I was so grateful. Whenever I'm on the road, my asshole just gets.
See, but I think the road is tough, but you eat well. Like, it's not like you're eating fried foods and stuff like that.
Well, I don't eat great on the road, but
The road's
I do
bad.
the best I can.
This is the thing. If you're in a band and you're on the road and you're in a tour bus, which you're not allowed to poop on the
Right,
tour bus.
yeah. I learned that the hard
Plus,
way.
you're eating the shit. And for a Semitic stomach, it's like, that's not good. But the thing is, your pal, Howard Stern, who I don't care for.
You don't?
Nah, I stopped, when it started costing money, I just stopped. I just didn't, I had free Sirius for like 3 months when I got a new car and then I stopped. But he went to that Dr. Sarno about his back.
Yes. And I read that book. That really helped me.
It's very, very good stuff. But he also, Sarno told him because, and I don't know Howard Stern, I just know from what I heard.
Was he pushing too hard?
He was doing like a OCD-ish kind of thing where he was wiping too much and too hard.
Right.
And by doing that, he was getting anal fissures and it was bleeding. And Sarno said, here's what you have to do. You just wipe 3 times and then you leave it. And maybe you're going to feel like you haven't done a good job, but you have. Just leave it. And that's what he did. And it solved everything.
Oh, wow. That's probably my problem on the road because I, at home, have a sweet-ass Japanese toilet. I barely even need toilet paper. I'm immaculate, probably 3 inches deep.
Right, because it goes up there.
Immaculate.
Yeah.
So when I'm on the road, I overwipe because I don't want. We had this conversation actually with the whole team, the whole creative team of the Bedwetter, because I'm like, you guys wipe so that it's just clean on the surface. You don't like go in at all.
That's why there's an inside. You're not supposed to go in at all. You shouldn't go in.
Well, that's I nobody taught me that, and I don't like the feeling that there could be any.
Yeah, but it's in your head. That's the thing. But anyway, I'm glad it's beautiful that you have that thing to remove that feeling, that you have a douche thing, whatever. What is it called?
Toto
a bidet,
toilet.
a Toto bidet toilet. Total bidet toilets.
They don't need our help.
No, they don't. They're doing great.
But sometimes we have Hello Tushy, or what's it called? Tushy? Yeah, and that my sister has that. That's just
I hear those are great.
they're great.
Also,
Fantastic.
I was in Japan last year. Every toilet was a bidet toilet.
bidet.
A Toto-ish toilet.
I know, but it's like a bidet is one thing, but it's like a bee hole, like a bidet.
A bidet.
Also about
Happy
Howard
bidet.
Stern. I love Howard Stern. I don't
I know
like that
you
you
do.
said, well, I don't care for him. This could get clipped, and then I didn't stick up for him. But I will say, one thing he thinks is crazy, and I think he's crazy for thinking this is crazy, is that he talks about, people that fold their toilet paper are crazy. Just take a clump and wipe. Take a clump and wipe.
No, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm sitting doing origami. As I take it off,
Yeah.
I roll it into a.
Yeah, but women tend to use do more go rounds than men do. I've noticed
We
that.
talked about this on the show, and I argued that if it's pee, a wad is fine.
If wad is fine for pee, yes.
Oh, because you're absorbing. I see. Yeah. All right.
Now you will sit to
solved it.
pee, right?
I do sit to pee probably 85% of the time. It's partially because I'm lazy, but it's also in the dark.
Thank you.
It makes so much sense to just, you feel your way and then you sit down and then, yeah.
My
like,
love
nice.
will not sit to pee in the dark in the middle of the night. And I'm just like, how can you feel? First of all, if that's attached to masculinity, come on.
Yeah.
And also, you definitely are sitting to pee when you poop. You don't like poop and then get up and stand up and turn around and pee.
No. Well, I bet you some people do, but I don't know anyone who does. Also,
You never pee.
Wait,
you
you
never
poop-
poop without peeing,
Here's the
right?
thing.
This is a question I have for men.
No.
If you're pooping, there will be pee.
no, not every time.
What?
No, not for me, not every time.
Mo is.
If I have
does not
peed
agree.
within the last half hour or an hour and then I go to poop, there won't be any pee in there to do it. But everything everything
Not even
relaxes and
drops?
opens. Sometimes not even drops, Sarah. I just, the listenership of this podcast has just gone up by, I would say, tenfold, Amy, something like that.
10 ply. Hey.
Here's some ads.
Hey, everybody. Fall is for easy stuff, a time to gather strength before the big holiday seasons hit. Simple stuff, easy meals, easy outfits, and, the same goes for makeup, right? A little glow, a little lift, a little whatever, and you're done. Boom. I go like this, boom, 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 rub it in, bye. It's not about doing more, it's about enhancing what's already cozy and good. California fall isn't big scarves and boots, it's still sunny half the time, so the makeup is usually light, but still there's something about small traditions that come with the changing seasons. They just feel good. That includes updating your makeup look. Thrive Cosmetics has everything needed to complete any fall look. Every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with the skin, not against it. Using Thrive Cosmetics does more than enhance your glow. It helps others shine too, with over $150 million in products and cash donated to 600 plus giving partners. Every purchase directly fuels real impact. That's beauty with a purpose. Right now, they have this one mascara you actually need in your drawer. It's Liquid Lash Extensions. It's vegan. It's long-lasting, it's clump-free, it's really easy to remove. The great thing is that you can pair it with Infinity Waterproof Eyeliner for smudge-proof, high pigment definition, and brilliant eye brightener to make eyes pop instantly. Complete your fall look. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/Sarah for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, cause like CAUSEMETICS.com/Sarah.
And we're back.
Looking at your little bio here, and little bio. I didn't mean to be diminutive. I just meant
I like when
in
you
this
do that.
version
though.
of it.
I like you to humble me like that.
That I did know you were friends with them, but I didn't know that you also you were a co-writer on Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego.
I wrote that song with Sean Altman, who was the leader of Rockapella at the time.
Rockapella.
Yeah, do it, Rockapella.
They must get so much pussy.
Yeah. They had these coordinated, they all went to a, what is it called? The person who tells you what to wear, like a stylist, but also like a colorist who told them all what their seasons were. This was somewhere in the early 90s. You know, you're a fall, you're a winter. And then they had these leather jackets that were painted on the back, colors. And then they had the dumbest haircuts. Anyway, I love Sean. Sean's one of my best friends.
Is he the one with the Jerry curl?
He had braids. He had Flock of Seagulls kind of thing going on. So we wrote that song. Oh, I'm going to tell you the pitch pipe story. Can I tell you this story?
Oh, please.
I did a show yesterday in Chicago.
This brings it all together.
Have I told you this before?
Of course.
Oh, good. Okay. So I wasn't going to tell the story during this one-man show I'm trying out that I did.
Yeah. He's going to do a tour of a one-man show.
And I started in Chicago. Went really well.
Oh, yeah.
It was yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh,
right?
my God. Amazing.
And I was going to tell this story, and then I realized when I was rehearsing it, I realized it's too long. It's too long. I cut it. And then during a little question and answer segment, someone said, "What about this theme song to Carmen Sandiego?" So I played a little of it. Oh, shit. Before I tell this story, I have this, and I queued it up because I thought you were going to ask me about this. This band I think they're called Delusions of Grandeur. They just put out this cover of Carmen Sandiego.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to play a little of it. I've heard a lot of covers. Usually they're terrible. This is great.
Well, she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for
Gets
a
bigger and
ride.
bigger.
I love this.
Here comes the chorus.
To China, tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Still the Seoul in South Korea, making Antarctica cry uncle. From the red sea to Greenland, they'll be singing the blues. Well, they never Arkansas her, steal the Mekong from the jungle. Tell
That's
YouTube.
fantastic.
I got so excited when I heard that.
That's where it belongs, in a death metal genre.
I think where it belongs is in a major motion picture where I get $250,000 for just first use. Anyway, here's the story.
Oh, yes.
So, all right. So,
Yeah, I love this story.
so we write the theme song, and then in one of my only good business moves in my life, I go directly to the computer company who put out the Carmen Sandiego computer game, and I get the audio.
I had that computer game.
Broderbund. And you would know. And I get the rights, the audio rights. And we decide we're going to make an album. It's going to be great. And we start, because the show's a hit, it's like, the ratings, if the ratings for that show were applied to a late night show now, it would just be considered an amazing miracle.
Right, of course.
So we were going to make the album, and we were in my living room, in my little one bedroom, with our friend Billy, who we were producing the album with, and doing sort of pre-production stuff. And Sean gets up, he goes to the bathroom. When he comes back, he's got his pants down around his ankles, and he has a CD just rammed between his butt cheeks, and one of my CDs. And he's like doing like Mick Jagger moves, and the CD's flapping around, and we're all laughing, And then I say, okay, so now you got to clean it off. You got to wash it off. And he says, what do you mean? I go, that's my CD. You got to wash it off. And it was a CD produced by someone that we both went to high school and college with, his nickname to us was the Devil. And he owed us both money, and he had screwed both of us in different ways. And he had produced this hit this sort of one-hit wonder album.
I want to know what it is.
I can't say what it is.
Okay, you'll tell me after.
So I say, no, you don't understand. If you don't wash it off, I gotta wash it off, and I don't want to wash it off. And he sort of stands there. He folds his arms, and he looks like Abraham Lincoln, like about to state some kind of principle, except he has a CD between his ass cheeks. And he says, "I cannot do that." And I say, Sean, if you don't do that, I will revisit this upon you tenfold. Those are my exact words. Mm-hmm. And he says, nope. And I said, maybe you didn't hear me. Tenfold. Billy is our witness. And Sean says, okay, all right. So now let's fast forward six weeks or so. We're in the studio and we're recording the album, and we had different guests, famous guests. And we had XTC, my favorite band, Sean's favorite band. They're in the studio. We're recording. It's a great day.
Did you not work with them or work with?
I worked with Andy Partridge a lot, actually, which we can talk about because it's cool.
Did you write "Maybe the Mayor of Simpleton"?
No, I wish I had. They're in the studio with us. We get to sing backups. It's really fun. Everyone goes to lunch. It's time for lunch. And that's exciting too, because you get to go to lunch with your heroes. And I say, I'll meet you guys there. I'll be there in like 20 minutes. I'm just going to hang back to a tape edit. Early 90s.
Nice one. They bought it.
They go off to lunch. And now Sean, he's much less anal now, but he's still anal, but he was really anal back then. And he had this big knapsack that had about 20 little zippered pouches on the outside. So he could put his Tic Tacs here, and he could put his other flavored Tic Tacs here, and his little Nikon camera, like the little mini camera, because we didn't have these cell phones with cameras, and his pitch pipe, his little silver round pitch pipe in this pocket. And they're all gone. I go over to the intern who's still there. I give him $20. He's like, well, I wonder what's going on. And I said, I'm going to ask you to do something. It's really important that you do it. And I go over to Sean's knapsack and I unzip the pouch with the camera, and I give it to him. This was not really an original idea. It's based on an urban legend, but I came up, I give him the camera, and then I go into the pouch that has the pitch pipe, and I take out the pitch pipe, I open it. And if you've ever known anyone in an a cappella group, there's always someone with a pitch pipe. And this is what it sounds like. And then they sing.
Right.
Rockapella sang a lot of songs in G. So, and the whole, it has every note on it.
Right.
So I find the G, and then I do with the pitch pipe what Sean did with the CD, but I use the G as sort of the guiding star into my ass.
Okay.
And I just push it in there. I let it get right up against the opening.
And we know now that David Yazbek only wipes the surface. He doesn't go in at all.
And then it was probably even less.
Yeah, probably.
So I do that, and then I say to the guy, quick, take a picture. And he takes a picture. And then I take the pitch pipe and I put it in its case, and I know I did not clean it, and I put it back in its little pocket, put the camera back in the pocket. A week later, Sean comes in, and he says, you want to see a great, really cute picture of my nephew? And I kind of knew where this was going. I start looking through pictures of his family.
Yeah.
And then there's this, it hits me like a ton of bricks, this picture of like a silver UFO that's crashed into a mountain of flesh and hair. And I just look up at him and I go, tenfold. And he just humbly shakes his head. That's my story, the pitch.
I wonder how many times he blew into that G.
Well, that's the question. And my guess is, and this is conservative, 18 times in that 1 week. That's my guess.
And he got a very rare case of oral
bacterial
gonorrhea.
Yeah, there it is.
No, I was trying to think of what's the H? Oh, oral hemorrhoids.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that wasn't as great, but well, hemorrhoids is it's good.
You don't get that.
Good
I
night.
know. You're like, you don't catch hemorrhoids that way. I
No,
know.
because you have to have the right veins to get a hemorrhoid, and it's the vein popping out. It's the herniation of the vein.
Oof.
What do you mean, oof?
I'm just I'm
nature.
remembering that feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Sense memory.
Some people like the feeling of having to constantly be itching their ass because of the relief that comes when they do it.
Is this something you heard that where?
I heard it. There's
In a
actually
dream?
no, like on the Huberman Lab podcast or something.
That's like almost. I love to have an itchy asshole because I can always feel satisfied by scratching it.
Yes, the endorphins that are released when you scratch that or a mosquito bite or something like that. Yeah, but it can be very damaging too.
Oh, can it? Oh, wow.
I'm having so much fun.
Well, Dad, wherever you are in the time-space continuum, I just want to say this is the part of the podcast when I say send me your questions, your comments, your thoughts, your opinions, your complaints. Go to speakpipe.com/The Sarah Silverman Podcast. That's speakpipe.com/The Sarah Silverman Podcast. And also subscribe, rate, and review wherever you listen to podcasts because that, I think, helps us continue. And also, if you have not done this yet, this would be a great time to subscribe to Lemonada Premium. Just hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts, or for all other podcast apps, head to lemonadapremium.com. That's lemonadapremium.com.